Once again, NBC has an excellent game for Sunday night with the Steelers playing the Patriots in Pittsburgh. These are two 6-2 teams, both of which are prime contenders to be in the Super Bowl as we head down the stretch of the season. The key may be for the Steelers how they react to losing Aaron Smith on their defensive line. He's a defensive end who's probably the best at his position in the 3-4 defense against the run. And he makes a lot of players in that team go better. He's out with a torn triceps and won't be back the rest of the season. For the Patriots, they're coming off a really bad loss against Cleveland, in which they were not only outplayed but outcoached. And you know that Bill Belichick will be angry, and he'll have his players angry as they come into this game. I think this will be a pretty close game that goes right down to the wire. At the other end of the spectrum, from the Steelers and Patriots, we have the Lions visiting the Bills. The Lions have lost 24 straight games on the road, which ties the record in the NFL, which was set by the Lions. So if the Lions were to lose this one, they would stand number 1 and number 2 in ignominy in the NFL's record book for consecutive losses on the road. And they could lose this one. Although they do get Sean Hill back. He's their backup quarterback who has played pretty well when he's been in there for Matthew Stafford. They're going to a place where the Bills have played pretty well recently. The Bills have lost their last 3 games in very close games, 2 of them in overtime. They're 0-8, of course. They're the only team in the league that's winless. I don't think they're going 0-16. This could be a place where the Bills get that first win. The Titans come off their bye with Mr. Cordiality in their lineup. Randy Moss will be at wide receiver, and they actually need him to be in there and to contribute because Kenny Britt, their main long threat, is out for a few weeks injured, and the Titans, if they're going to be able to beat the Dolphins, have to show they can throw the ball down the field. I think the Titans should be able to run pretty decently with Chris Johnson, who enters the second half of the season not nearly on the pace he was last year when he rushed for 2,000 yards. But I think we might see some pretty good performances out of him in the second half. As for the Dolphins, they're switching quarterbacks. They're going back to Chad Pennington. Pennington's one of the real good guys in the league, and it's nice to see him make that kind of a comeback. I think what's happened there is that Chad Henne was making some bad decisions. The one thing that Pennington does well is make good decisions. The defense, though, for the Dolphins has let it down in some key spots, and I think that could happen again against the Titans.